I'm Rose with Unbound Infotech, and I'm working on the subsidiary Unbound Intern Tech. So I'm going to be talking about my experiences with writing the market plan today. I used AI assistants, and I want to be able to leave you with the same tools to be able to implement your own marketing plan. So I want to talk a little bit about a story. My mom, she actually works probably about 100 hours a week, like a lot of small business owners. And she spends a lot of her time on the scheduling, on the accounting, on balancing the books at the end of the day. She does all the manual labor too for the business. So she doesn't really have time to work on the marketing side of things. When you're a small business owner, a lot of times that is the case. And what AI does is it can turn something that seems like a mountain and turn it into something that's actually doable, because it can take planning out your month, turn it from a 3-hour task into a 15-minute task. It can take writing up some of the content. As long as you're aware of what it's writing, you're monitoring everything, it can take that task and turn it from like a couple hours into a couple minutes. So that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about and going over today. Is I'm going to be going through the processes and giving you the tools to be able to implement your own marketing strategy. So when you're creating content, you want to have like a really clear positioning, because content without a position, content without knowing what you're talking about, that just becomes noise. So when I started writing this marketing plan, I didn't really know what I was doing at all. I actually started kind of foundationally. I started on Google. It was like, hey, what is a marketing plan? And from there, I kind of also asked the ChatGPT, like, how do I go about doing this? So, what is marketing plan? According to the American Marketing Association, a marketing plan is a strategic guide that helps businesses map out their advertising and promotional strategies to attract prospective customers and connect with their intended audiences. Building the market plan for Unbound Intern Tech had 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 was market ID. Who is feeling the most pain from your business not being there? Who are you solving their problem? So for Unbound Infotech, the people that were focusing on solving their problem is AI startups, university research labs, and just small entrepreneurs. People who pretty much like Google Cloud is too expensive, larger server farms like that, too expensive, and cheaper alternatives just really have a lot of constraints. So phase 2 is going to focus on brand positioning. So why should people choose you? For Unbound Infotech, the answer is through Vast AI. That's the platform that we market on. There's not really hidden fees. Pricing is super straightforward. And on the platform, we're able to give our contact information to give direct support. So these are direct responses to our competitor failures on the previous slide that we're trying to fill that niche. So phase 3 is all about brand development, how you advertise your content. We're looking for AI developers for Unbound Infotech. So we kind of have been focusing on brand development internally, but eventually the plan is to focus on Reddit subthreads, Hacker News, LinkedIn, because that's where we find our customers. That's where that customer base is hanging out, like potential AI developers. Currently, we're only on Vast AI,
That's working for the first couple months while we get off the ground. That's bringing in revenue for the company, and it's getting our name out there. But our focus wouldn't be Instagram or TikTok because our customers aren't going to be found there. The technical aspect of our work means we have to understand and know how to talk to our client base. Here's a basic prompt that's going to help you get started with identifying your customers, identifying your niche, and identifying where you can advertise and find your customer base. So it pretty much kind of goes under unbound at that point. But yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on giving you guys this prompt. So, content pillars are the categories you're kind of tackling when you're advertising. That's kind of where all of your content lives. So, for Unbound Infotech, the recommendation of ChatGPT has been technical education, transparency, behind the scenes, and customer results. And for like a local restaurant, it might be more like sourcing and ingredients, cooking techniques, staff stories, etc. So the pillar framework means you never sit down to post with absolutely no idea to write.
Alright, now we're going to work on building a 30-day content calendar. This is going to keep you on track with your marketing plan.
From there, you want to jump to creating a 30-day social media content calendar. This can really help with eliminating the blank page problem and help you get the content on the page. Then you can go back through and make edits and changes, verify facts, etc.
So when you're putting up content, you're putting up advertising, you want to put it where your customers are going to see it. So for Unbound Infotech, the recommendation is to put content on Reddit, subthreads, Hacker News, etc., LinkedIn, because these are all platforms that have that customer presence. So that's where it's going to be drawing these people from. For the Unbound Intern Tech, where we're doing a lot of our advertising, is going to be on the PSU campuses, word of mouth, and there's going to be a little bit of platform presence, probably more on Facebook, etc. And then if you were, let's say, had a restaurant and you were trying to appeal to a customer base that way, Yelp reviews and Google reviews, as well as Instagram and Facebook, are all good platforms for that.
A newsletter is a really great way to reach out to potential clients. I searched around online and I couldn't really find a free website or application where I could send out newsletters and compile an email list. So I made one through Base 44. Just asked it to create a compilable newsletter list. And now I embed it into my website so I can collect emails, I have the list, I can send out a newsletter. It's a great way to keep people informed and remind them that you're there. Here is a prompt for a welcome email for your newsletter. So if you're the only person running your business, with marketing, you're probably looking for a system that takes the least amount of time and produces the most return, the 80-20 principle in action. So week 1 of every month, at least once a month, you want to spend some time generating the content calendar. And we went over that for in an earlier prompt, and you want to review it, and this should all take you under 2 hours. So I went over buffer, and I think that this is important. You can spend more time not using buffer, but A lot of times I think you're trying to consolidate your time. If you spend like once a week, maybe between 30 minutes and an hour, just scheduling out your posts, get everything lined up, you can just plug and chug it, play it, and let it go, forget about it for the rest of the week. So that's the next part is just scheduling things out and letting them go. And once a month, I just spend a couple minutes on drafting an email, personalizing it, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how detailed you want to go, and send it out. So consistency is going to be perfection here. If your business posts 3 times a week, every week with some decent content, it's always going to outperform the business that posts really brilliant content but disappears after one post. Um, and using AI to help you with marketing can make that consistency really achievable. For people who really don't have a marketing team, can't afford a marketing team, just 1 or 2 people who are running a business and who are working 100 hours a week, it can be really helpful. So, next time, I'm assigning some homework. I want you to have some idea of uh, how to build a positioning framework. So, if you get the chance, try building a content calendar. Try going over a system. Try posting something. Just post one thing on whatever platform you want, because you starting to build it up starts today. Um, so it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to exist.
So we went over a lot today. I tried to go over building a positioning framework, an email system, a marketing system, just a weekly system. And I think overall, this is a good starting foundation for creating and implementing a marketing plan. Hopefully, you have the tools for that at this point. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.